Hello and welcome. This is Teucer TE-55. This is 55mm height CPU heatsink, and this is almost identical to Teucer TE-37. TE-55 has a heatsink height of 30mm, whereas TE-37 has a heatsink height of 22mm. It is 8mm taller in addition to a beefier fan. In other words, this is guaranteed to be better than its little brother. How much better? We will see soon enough. Teucer has heatsinks in all height levels. They've got TE-37, 45, 75, and this TE-55. I've reviewed all of them personally, and I will compare TE-37 and 45 with this one later in the video. So far, none of heatsinks from Teucer has been impressive. They weren't bad but weren't great either, just hanging on being bang average. And, to be brutally honest, I expect more or less the same from this TE-55 as well. You can't defy physics after all. The thermal mass is just too low to be effective against modern CPU. I know you can't see what the scale says, but the bare heatsink weighs 191 grams, and the whole heatsink is 299 grams. From my previous data, Teucer 45 bare heatsink weighted 177 grams, so this heatsink is a little heavier, but this difference should be negligible. At idle, the heatsink is virtually silent, and the idle temperature of about 42 degrees Celsius is normal as well. I am going to leave the sound meter here for you to make your own judgment as the video progresses. The artificial load is created by Blender 3D application, which allows me to control how many CPU threads I can utilize, thus allowing me to control TDP. I am going to render a scene I created by using all threads, therefore pushing the TDP to max. The Intel 265K processor can push all the way up to 200 watts on this motherboard safely. Letting the CPU hit max reveals that the heatsink is capable of handling up to about 160 watts of TDP, which is just about where I expect it to be at. You can see the data on the screen. Now, I will dial down and create an artificial load to simulate 125 watts. This is where I compare temperature at, because this is the most common TDP for Intel CPU. The majority of AMD CPU hits just about the same TDP as well. I couldn't quite make it 125 watts. Therefore, I averaged after doing 115 watts and 135 watts. The result is about 94 degrees Celsius. In other words, it's going to throttle once put inside a case. While it does seem bad, let's compare with other Teucer heatsinks. When looking at the data, the heatsink is performing in line with what you'd expect. It also means that this can't adequately handle any modern processors. Only 65 watts processors are recommended for this. Is it bad? Well, let's move on to closing words. This Teucer TE55 cost me 47 Canadian dollars. The price is a bit high, but it's just about what I'd expect from a low-profile heatsink. Well, that is when I compared this with other Teucer products. You may recall me saying that Teucer products are bang average. When you compare TE55 with other similar low-profile heatsinks from other companies, you begin to see just how bad they are. There is little, if any, reason to choose Teucer over, let's say, ID-Cooling. DH510 is from Metalfish, which you should also avoid. Both Teucer and Metalfish are to be avoided when it comes to heat sinks. This begs the question, why are they so bad? Strictly appearance-wise, both Teucer and Metalfish make seemingly decent products. But there has to be something more than just decent appearances. In other words, you can't just reverse engineer heat sinks and expect them to work just as good. There has to be something more. That's my only explanation. It could also be related to material quality as well. Overall, I haven't got a clear and concise answer. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.